we're back for round 5 versus Hogaak. Or sorry, I'm playing Hogaak, and like, damn, this opener is good. We get to put 8 power into play on turn 1. Let's not. Oh! Sorry. Ha 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 ha. This is acceptable, right? Alright, I produced 11 power on turn 1. Your turn. Yeah, I have. So a Sphere of Resistance makes spells cost 1 more, but Bazaar of Baghdad lets you discard 3, and this costs 2 less for each 1 card you've discarded. Alright, we are probably playing against some sort of like bug mid-range deck, in which case we don't really sideboard against them. We'll probably bring in 2 Assassin's Trophy for something like a Leyline, or just like a Tarmogoyf or something like that, but that's probably about all that we'll do. I think I'll just continue my usual strategy of shaving once upon a time and call that good. I don't think I'll board in the Chalice. Okay versus their 1-drops, but I also have a decent number of 1-drops that do things that matter to me. So I think I'll just do this. A lot of my vintage games have been really crazy. I won't spoil them because plenty of the people who are here will probably watch some of the other ones on YouTube later. But uh, I have done some degenerate things. We've had a couple of non-interactive games here at the start of this stream, but normally the games grind out a lot more. I spent a little bit of time watching some vintage videos in the past 2 days to try to get a better feel for the format. Um, I'm learning a lot as I play these games. This one's gonna get a pass from me. Oh, again? I can produce 4 power on turn 1, or produce 3 power and strip mine my opponent. Our hand is probably going to end up being better than this. I think I'm gonna mulligan again. Oh, it does have the Assassin's Trophy for if my opponent leylines me. I keep. Use 2 mana to Assassin's Trophy on turn 1, the other 2 mana to Collector. Oof, maybe I keep. I'm not impressed by this hand by any stretch of the imagination, and I don't think Collector Oof is going to be good against my opponent. A Collector Oof should have went out instead of once went out. I'm gonna ship this. I'm now reaching the point where I'm just mulliganing into oblivion. This isn't good. I think I'm gonna keep on 4. Just try to rip a Bazaar to put a hollow one in play. Multiple hollow ones in play. Let's junk like this, this, this. Damn. Okay, like, if I can draw the Bazaar, I have something that fights against a Leyline. The hollow ones themselves do have cycling, so that's a thing. Yeah. I think I'll just cycle this turn. A Force of Vigor. That's okay. Don't have a card to pitch to it yet, and the Leyline isn't doing too much right now. My opponent's hand was definitely such that keeping the weak aggro hand would have been good. Oof. Oh wow, I'm not getting strip mined as well. Maybe my opponent just wants to cut me off of... No, my opponent's probably saving it for a Bazaar. I definitely have an anemic start after that mulligan, but not like my opponent is putting much pressure on me either. Okay, well I have theoretical 4 damage a turn. That is a thing. Oh wow, wasn't really expecting that trade. I think I'm just gonna cast this to, like, keep that to hard cast it. I can also just hard cast this Force of Vigor on the Leyline. I guess was a reason to play the land prior to combat after my opponent blocked. I could have just hard cast Force of Vigor. I wasn't thinking about that at the time. That was probably a misstep. Yeah, that was actually pretty bad. I also now don't have a land in the graveyard. So I guess this turn I just wasteland their trop and go on the drain plan. Oh wow. I think I cycle this. That's kind of close. But just finding anything that can consistently clock is very good. And how insane would it have been to hit like a Hogaak or something of that nature there? So my opponent has no ability to do anything currently, and I have 4 power on board. My opponent has 4 turns to draw out of this. Well, Wasteland is disgusting. I don't think I'd play that. I don't want that to get strip mined. That is not doing anything right now, unfortunately. My collector oof that I didn't really think was going to do work is currently doing work. Don't hate mental misstep here. My opponent goes like land cantrip, I can counter the cantrip, try to keep them from getting additional lands. Alright, and my opponent has conceded there for a 4-1 finish in this league. Good stuff.